Canada just received an offer that could completely demolish their F-35 plans. Sweden walked in with 72 Gripen fighters and 6 spy planes, and the timing, absolutely perfect. While Lockheed Martin thought they had this deal locked down, Saab just threw a wrench into a multi-billion-dollar contract. This isn't just about jets anymore. This is about NATO's future, Canada's sovereignty, and a defense strategy that's been decades in the making. And folks, the cracks are starting to show. Let's get the facts straight. Canada has been fumbling their fighter jet replacement program for over 15 years. The CF-18s they're flying, some of those airframes are older than the pilots flying them. Ottawa finally committed to the F-35 in 2023, 88 jets for roughly 19 billion Canadian dollars. Done deal, right? Wrong. Because here comes Sweden's Saab with a proposal that's making Canadian defense officials sweat. 72 Gripen E fighters, plus 6 GlobalEye early warning aircraft. Now, why does this matter right now? 3 reasons. First, the F-35 program has been plagued with cost overruns and delays globally. Countries are getting nervous. Second, Canada is facing increasing pressure to defend the Arctic, and that requires aircraft that can operate in extreme cold with minimal infrastructure. The Gripen was literally designed for this. Third, there's growing political pushback in Canada about relying too heavily on American defense contractors. Sweden offers something different, a partnership without strings attached. So what exactly is Sweden offering? Let's break down this package because it's more sophisticated than most people realize. The Gripen E isn't just another fighter jet. This is a 4th generation plus aircraft with 5th gen capabilities. It's designed to operate from highways, frozen lakes, and improvised runways, perfect for Canada's vast, underdeveloped Arctic territories. The F-35 needs pristine air bases. The Gripen, it can take off from a snow-covered road. But here's where it gets interesting. Those 6 GlobalEye aircraft. These are essentially flying command centers. They can detect threats hundreds of miles away, coordinate naval and air operations, and give Canada unprecedented surveillance over the Arctic. Right now, Canada has 0 dedicated airborne early warning aircraft. This alone is a game changer. Sweden's also throwing in complete technology transfer. That means Canadian companies would manufacture components, perform maintenance, and create thousands of high-tech jobs. Compare that to the F-35, where Canada gets to assemble some parts, but Lockheed keeps the crown jewels locked down in Fort Worth, Texas. And cost? While exact figures aren't public yet, industry analysts suggest the Gripen package could come in 20 to 30% cheaper than the F-35 program, especially when you factor in operational costs over 30 years. The Gripen is famous for low maintenance costs. You can turn one around with 6 technicians in under an hour. Now, let's talk about what this really means geopolitically, because this decision goes way beyond which jet turns tighter. If Canada chooses the Gripen, it sends shockwaves through NATO. The F-35 was supposed to be the standardized fighter across the alliance. Belgium, Denmark, Norway, the Netherlands, they all bought in. Canada backing out would be the first major crack in that unified front, and it would give other countries permission to reconsider. But here's the counterargument, and it's strong. The Arctic is becoming the new geopolitical battleground. Russia's rebuilding Cold War-era bases up there. China's declaring itself a near-Arctic nation and sending icebreakers through Canadian waters. Canada needs aircraft that can patrol a frozen wasteland the size of Europe with minimal support infrastructure. The F-35 is a technological marvel, but it's built for network-centric warfare with robust logistics chains. The Gripen is built for independence. Swedish doctrine assumes they'll be fighting alone against a larger adversary, which is exactly Canada's Arctic scenario. There's also the sovereignty angle. Every time an F-35 needs major maintenance, the software requires American authorization. The US can theoretically ground Canada's entire fleet with a keystroke. With Sweden, you're dealing with a neutral country that's not going to leverage defense contracts for political gain. However, and this is crucial, choosing the Gripen means stepping away from the Five Eyes intelligence-sharing ecosystem's primary fighter platform. Canadian F-35s would seamlessly integrate with American, British, and Australian forces. Gripens? That's a custom integration job that could take years and billions to perfect. Here's where theory meets reality. Canada's defense procurement is a political minefield. The Liberal government already committed to the F-35. Walking that back would be politically embarrassing and would infuriate Washington at a time when Canada-US relations are already strained over trade issues. The American defense lobby is powerful, and they don't lose contracts quietly. But, and this is the opening Sweden's exploiting, there's genuine public skepticism in Canada about the F-35. It's been positioned as an expensive American boondoggle for years. If Saab can frame the Gripen as the smart, independent Canadian choice that creates jobs and saves money, they've got a shot at winning public opinion. Regional politics matter too. Quebec wants the maintenance contracts, Ontario wants manufacturing. The Western provinces want assurances about Arctic defense. Sweden's offering a distributed industrial package that can be carved up to satisfy multiple constituencies. That's politically savvy. The wild card, the 2025 Canadian federal election. If there's a change in government, all bets are off. A new administration could use this as an opportunity to fix the previous government's mistakes and go with Gripen, or they could double down on the F-35 to show strength and alliance commitment. So what happens next? Sweden's offer is on the table, and Canada has a decision that will define its defense posture for the next 40 years. Do they stick with the F-35, the safe choice that keeps Washington happy but locks them into American systems forever? Or do they take the Gripen route, riskier politically, but potentially smarter strategically for Canada's unique Arctic challenges? This isn't just a military decision. It's about sovereignty, alliance politics, industrial strategy, and national identity. And right now, both sides are making their final pitches to Ottawa. What do you think Canada should do? F-35 or Gripen? Drop your take in the comments, and if you want to stay updated on this developing story, hit that subscribe button because this saga is far from over. I'm watching this one closely, and you should too.